Good morning. I'm going to do my second devotion for today. I actually do a few different devotions every morning. I usually do the 24-hour day. I also do the rooted in God's love. Sometimes I cycle through them, but this one's pretty much year-round because that's just how the brain works. We forget things. That's how the mind works. Spiritually, we want to continue to think about these things and meditate on these things, to be like that tree planted by the water, which grows and yields fruit in time. So I do a few meditations each day. The reason I'm sitting here making a video with you about it is because I've been doing these meditations for 19 years, nearly 20 years now. And I thoroughly enjoy doing my meditations, just myself and God. And I will still do them with myself and God. However, I also want to help anybody else out that's working on their 11th step, or they just are working on their meditation times with God. And I find that doing meditations, doing scripture reading, prayer, all those things are also communal experiences as well. And I try to do these in one take because I'm not trying to do any editing and spend time doing that, because I just don't have the time, and I find it to be just more authentic in how life really is. Warts and all, mistakes and all. So that's why I'm doing things the way I'm doing things on these videos. So let's go in with the 24-hour day. Today is February 14th. Let's get into it. So after that first drink, we had a single track mind. It was like a railroad train. The first drink started off and it kept going on the single track until it got to the end of the line, drunkenness. We alcoholics knew this was the inevitable result when we took the first drink, but we still couldn't keep away from liquor. Our willpower was gone. We had become helpless and hopeless before the power of alcohol. It's not the second drink or the 10th drink that does the damage. It's the first drink. Will I ever take that first drink again? That's the question. Here's the meditation for the day part. I must keep a time apart with God every day. Gradually, I will be transformed mentally and spiritually. It is not the praying so much as just being in the presence of God. The strengthening and curative powers of this I cannot understand, because such knowledge is beyond human understanding. But I can experience them. The poor, sick world would be cured if every day each soul waited before God for the inspiration to live aright. My greatest spiritual growth occurs in this time apart from God, or with God. that was a faux pas. Let me read that one again, that last line. My greatest spiritual growth occurs in this time apart with God. The prayer is, I pray that I may faithfully keep a quiet time apart with God. I pray that I might keep a quiet time apart with God. I pray that I may grow spiritually each day. Pray that I may grow spiritually each day. All right. So, when I read this morning, and it said that the first drink was like a railroad train. Yeah, when at the end of my drinking days, the end of my drinking career, it 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 was like I couldn't stop at all. That, and I always thought, why stop? Like, what? Like, that's not uh, having one drink or two drinks. Like, what is even the point? Um, I remember having a T-shirt that I got in Mexico from, it was from some club that I was at in Mazatlan. I remember that uh, the T-shirt said, "If you're not here to effing party, then get the f out of here." But it actually had the full expletives on the shirt in big letters. And I used to wear that shirt to parties. And I thought it was the greatest thing, because that was the mindset. It was like, if you're not, if I'm not gonna just get fully just plastered wasted, what's even the point of drinking? Like, and to an extent, I still see things from that point of view, even though that's fine. Other people could drink, and they drink normally, and all that fine, and they could have one for all of us. Um, but yeah, when it came to my drinking, it was like all or nothing, and it was a train that just wouldn't stop. And then the meditation part. The meditation is that the message, that what we're doing right now, that each day we need to take that time apart with God. And I know that I misread the end there. Sorry about that. The greatest spiritual growth occurs in this time apart with God. Being in the presence of God, being with the gift giver, being with, not just the gift, just being with the gift giver is very important. As I was sitting down to do these, because I don't really record myself doing meditations and doing these things, I forgot for a second, like, oh, these are my meditations. This is my time in the presence of God. And yeah, it's just a little different. But I really hope that that the people that are hurting and are in pain, and you don't understand what's going on with you, you can't stop drinking, you can't stop using, you can't stop whatever behavior that you're doing, and you just can't stop it. My prayer for you is to join me as I receive God's grace one day at a time, to stay clean and sober, and to not and to not be controlled by those things, but be under the power and leadership of God and the kingship of Christ. So this is a place where we could go to meet with each other, to get a little bit of strengthening each day. All right, y'all. I will see you soon. Take it easy. Bye.